We're starting today with a case of mistaken identity. Pets are a huge part of our families, and saying goodbye to one is never easy. But for Kat Robinson, great name, by the way,
good for this
not
story.
everything was quite what it seemed. OK, hiya, Kat, with your cat.
Hi, Phil and Holly, how are you?
Very well,
very
thank you. So that's
good.
Willow that you've got there now.
He is, he's in a bit of a nippy mode. He wants to go out and play, but he can't.
Well, you can put him down if you want to, but we'll talk about... Let's put...
OK.
Are you OK? Are you OK? Well, we'll get to the good reason why Willow is so cross, because he's been through quite a tough time. On Monday, February the 26th, Willow went out in the evening for an evening prowl like he normally does, and then Willow didn't come back. And the problem is, right at this time was when the Beast of the East hit, and you and your family became very, very concerned, didn't you?
Yeah, it was so sad. We were calling him and he just wouldn't come home, and then the Beast from the Eastern Storm, Emma, came, and still he wasn't home.
And then, sometime later, you went outside, and what did you find?
Yeah, Johnny, my husband, went out to the road. He was looking for him, and he saw a lump of fur on the road, and he said, "Kat, do you think this is Willow?" And I said, no, it can't be, it's a fox. But he went out, he was so upset, he went out in the middle of the night, and he scraped it up, put it on a bin bag, and to be fair, it did resemble a cat, so he took it to the vet to see if they could scan it, but it had been so badly run over that they couldn't make out if it was Willow or if it wasn't Willow.
And so, so obviously the family are distraught. Never good when you've got to sort of scrape the family pet up. So what did you do after that?
So we decided to hold a little memorial service for him. We decided to bury him in the garden under an olive tree and plant some seedlings. The snow was quite bad by this point, but we thought it'd be somewhere we could always go and remember him. So the kids were absolutely devastated. They had to have a day off school because of it.
Oh, my God. I bet, because you've got Josh, who's 7, and then your youngest is 4. So really hard to explain that to them as well, that their family pet has gone.
That's it. Buddy didn't quite understand it, but Josh was absolutely devastated.
Oh, bless.
So then what happened?
So then we were just all grieving, but Johnny in particular, we were just so upset. I said to Johnny, what can we do? And he said, we have to hope that wasn't our cat. Just keep hoping. So I thought, OK, then, let's keep hoping that that's not, because we didn't know definitively if it was or wasn't, but we just kept hoping. So we were going out all day calling him. We were leaving cat treats and a little trail for him to come to the door. We were writing messages in the snow, come home, Willow. Until 10 days after he disappeared, Johnny went out in the morning. Just as luck would have it, he went out the side door where we'd been leaving food for Willow. And lo and behold, the food had gone. So I was like, oh my goodness, like, what's happened? And Johnny said, oh, I think a fox has got... Johnny said, you're winding me up, aren't you? You've hidden that food. And I said, no, it's not me. So Johnny said, OK, maybe it's a fox that's got it. So I said, OK, I'll Google it later. And off to work he went. He got in his van, and just as he was about to get in his van, he heard meow, meow. And Willow had come back, so the next thing I knew, I heard a bang on the door, and Johnny was holding Willow, and he was like, is it him? Is he come back? Is it our cat? And you could tell he was so loving, but he was like a bag of bones. He was so thin. So we got him straight to the vet, who confirmed it was Willow, but he had a broken leg, and the vet thinks he might have been run over, but we don't know where he went or how he survived in those conditions.
So did you bury a cat or a fox?
It was a cat. The vet said definitely it was a cat.
I wonder whose cat it was.
He couldn't say if it was ours, but it was so badly run over you couldn't make out anything of it. But he said it had a similar... He said that coupled with the fact Willow's gone missing, he said, I'd safely assume that it actually is your cat.
So you've got him back. He's there. He's come in. It is an absolute miracle, which is why he seems to be furious.
He is. Willow, come back.
Oh, no.
Really? Are you sure?
He really wants to go out.
Yeah. He does, and he's got a broken leg, so he just needs to stay in for a little bit, get better, and then you can let Willow out again. It's a wonderful, wonderful story, and thank goodness it's got a happy ending.
Not for the other cat.
Not for the other cat. It's a very good point.
But it's a happy ending for Willow.
It's a happy ending for Willow. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Kat.
Bye, Kat.
Thanks, bye.
Bye. Bye.
Love her.
She's one of my favourite all-time people we've ever had. I love cats. Amazing.